Investing doesn't have to be difficult. Unless you're independently wealthy, chances are that starting your own business is daunting. Often there's student debt and other monthly expenses to consider. And even if you have the funds, you might not have the knowledge base required to get started. The great news is that there are more appealing options now available to beginning investors than at any other point in history. Many mutual funds cost pennies for every dollar you invest, and some companies even offer them free. Even consulting experts is more straightforward now than it was for previous generations. After going through the motions once, you can put your plan on autopilot. After you have looked at all of your options and narrowed them down, it can be tough to choose just one. This video will serve as a map for you to follow while making investment decisions. Without further ado, here are the top 9 investments to make while young. Number 9. Own a house. If you're going to live in a house anyway, why not own it? It's an excellent long-term investment, and your equity will grow as you make monthly payments. Consider renting from a real estate investment trust if you're not ready to commit to a mortgage. This way, you can still benefit from the appreciation of the property while enjoying all the perks of being a tenant. Number 8. Exchange-traded funds, ETFs. ETFs are an excellent investment for young people because they offer diversification without the need to choose individual stocks. ETFs are baskets of securities you can buy and sell on an exchange, just like a stock. The main benefit of this investment is that they help to mitigate risk. This is because you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. You're buying a group of assets that work together. For example, let's say you wanted to invest in the tech industry. You could do this by buying an ETF that tracks the Nasdaq 100. This would expose you to companies like Amazon, Facebook, and Google. If just one of these companies underperform, your entire investment would not be decimated. Another great thing about ETFs is that they are low cost. You're not paying a manager to pick stocks for you actively. The expense ratio, the annual fee that all mutual funds and ETFs charge for an ETF tracking the S&P 500 index is just 0.03%. For context, the average expense ratio for a mutual fund is 0.63%. This means you're only paying 3% per year for every $10,000 you invest. In contrast, you would pay $63 per year for the same amount invested in a mutual fund with an average expense ratio. ETFs are an excellent way for young people to get started investing. They offer low-cost diversification, making them an ideal choice for those who are just beginning. Number 7. Roth IRA. A Roth IRA is an individual retirement account that allows you to invest after-tax dollars. This means you've already paid taxes on the money you're contributing. The benefit is that your money grows tax-free. This is because you're not taxed on the money when you take it out in retirement. For example, let's say you contribute $5,500 to your Roth IRA this year. Your money will grow over time, and let's say it's worth $25,000 when you retire in 30 years. You won't have to pay any taxes when you take the money out. This differs from a traditional IRA, where you're taxed on the money when you take it out in retirement. Roth IRAs offer flexibility in retirement. You can leave the money in your account to continue growing tax-free. This is because you're not required to take the money out at a certain age, like you are with a traditional IRA. This is also an excellent investment for young people, as they offer tax-free growth and flexibility in retirement, which makes them an ideal choice for those who are just starting. Number 6. Savings accounts. A savings account is a type of bank account where you can save money. The benefit of a savings account is that it's a safe place to store your money. This is because your money is FDIC insured, which means that it's backed by the government up to $250,000. This investment also tends to have higher interest rates than checking accounts. This means that you can earn more money on your deposited funds. However, keep in mind that savings accounts have several limitations. For example, you can usually only withdraw money 6 times each month. If you need to access your cash more often than that, it could pose a problem. Additionally, interest rates with savings accounts are generally lower than other investment choices. For instance, the average interest rate for a savings account is 0.09%, while the average rate for a 5-year CD is 1.36%. Despite these drawbacks, savings accounts remain a wise investment for younger individuals. They're safe, simple to use. Number 5. 401k. A 401k is a retirement savings account that employers offer. The benefit is that it provides tax-deferred growth. This means you're not taxed on the money you contribute or the earnings your investments generate. Another benefit is that many employers offer matching contributions. This is where the employer matches a certain percentage of your donation. For example, if your employer offers a 50% match, they will contribute $0.50 for every $1 you contribute. 401ks offer tax-deferred growth, and many employers provide matching contributions, which can be a great way to boost your retirement savings. Although 401ks have some benefits, there are also some negatives. For example, the options you can invest in may be limited to only those your employer offers. Additionally, you typically cannot access your money until retirement. This could cause problems if you need the funds sooner. Number 4. Mutual funds. Mutual funds are investment pools made up of money from different investors. One benefit of investing in a mutual fund is diversification. This happens because the fund invests in various assets, reducing risk. Another perk of mutual funds is that professional money managers manage them, so you don't have to pick individual stocks or make investment decisions yourself. Although there are some potentially harmful aspects of mutual funds, they still offer many benefits for young people. For example, mutual funds typically have higher fees than other investment options. This can eat into your returns. Another downside is that the performance of a mutual fund depends on the performance of the underlying assets. This means that you're subject to market risk. However, this also offers diversification and professional management, which make them an ideal choice for those just starting their investing journey. Number 3. Index Funds Health Savings Account. An index fund is a type of mutual fund that invests in a basket of assets, such as stocks, bonds, or commodities, to track a specific market index. The most popular index funds track well-known indexes, such as the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Index funds offer many benefits for young investors. For starters, they're a low-cost way to invest. Additionally, they offer diversification and professional management, which can help reduce risk. And lastly, index funds typically have lower fees than other types of mutual funds. Number 2. High-yield savings account. A high-yield savings account is a type of savings account that offers a higher interest rate than a traditional savings account. This is because these accounts typically require maintaining a higher minimum balance. One benefit of having such an account is earning more interest on your deposited money. This can help you reach your financial goals at a quicker pace. Additionally, high-yield savings accounts are FDIC insured, meaning your deposited funds would still be safe should there be a bank failure. Although a high-yield savings account does have some benefits, there are also some drawbacks that you should be aware of. For example, to open one of these accounts, you typically need to have a large sum of money saved up already. Additionally, the interest rate on high-yield savings accounts can change without notice, so there's no guarantee that your return will always be high. And the number 1 investment to make when young? is Health Savings Account. An HSA is an account that covers dental, optical, and medical spending. The money you put in an HSA grows untaxed, allowing you to save on taxes as your investments generate earnings. And if that weren't enough reason to want one, the funds in your HSA can be used towards qualified healthcare costs, completely tax-free. Now that's what we call killing two birds with one stone. While there are some minor disadvantages to HSAs, like limited yearly contributions and lack of access until 65, they are still a solid choice for most young people. With tax-deferred growth and tax-free withdrawals for qualified medical expenses upon retirement, an HSA is hard to beat. These are some of the investments that you can make when young. Just remember to research and understand the risks involved before making any decision. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you like this video, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you and goodbye.